All right, well, we have made some new decisions here. You just saw Micklin take the victory 3-1 to Stargaze. However, we have determined as league managers, they had to use 3 emergency subs, which is pretty much not playing against Micklin. So we will reset the series later after we get Jackpot and Squidding Good going here. So it will be back to a 2-1 set, and Micklin will have to play against Stargaze again in a few moments after the Squidding Good Squidding Good Jackpot set. So it's not officially Micklin passing through quite yet, and hopefully they will get some of their internet back and some of their players back so that we can get a legitimate set going, and if not, then they may have to take the DQ loss. So we'll see what happens then. But as of right now, we are going to change up to our next set, which is going to be Jackpot versus Squidding Good. So let's talk about these teams. And here, if you don't know them, Jackpot is led up by Leafy. On the team is Xe, Q, Legend, and Shadowwind. But I believe IPS, you gave us the update that Q is no longer on the team, right?
Yeah, it's only Leafy, Legend, Shadowwind now, unfortunately. Xe and Q left, so they're not on the team anymore. And so they're probably going to be playing with a sub, I believe.
All right, and then for Team Squidding Good, we got Captain Porky. On the team is Fury, Shad, Gecko, Theo, and Orochi. So, Lumi, we saw this team for a couple weeks. What were your thoughts about Squidding Good from what we've seen?
I mean, I feel like they're one of the more solid teams we have here. They're not too overpowered, not too under-leveled. I mean, they're a pretty good team. They're solid. They have good skills. I mean, we've seen really good carbon plays from Geku. We've seen some pretty good bubbles and squeezer plays from Porky. They're one of our more just all-around good teams, and sometimes they are on their game doing really well. Sometimes it's just not a good day for them. I think today this might be one of their days. They could take the set over Jackpot, considering that they're going to be playing with the sub, and they've lost one of their best players. This could be their chance to move up into the playoffs.
Yeah. Well, we'll see what happens. Cherry Girl with another gifted sub. Thank you so much. Going to Cool Dude on that one. Almost getting to that 20 mark for gifted subs, which is absolutely insane. Thank you, Cherry Girl here. You are amazing. So we are getting our teams ready for game number 1. If you don't know, this is our Pro Splatoon playoff bracket. Micklin and Stargaze is a 2-1. We are going to reset there, but Jackpot and Squidding Good, the winner of this will go to the semifinals and play whoever wins in that other best of 5 Whole Lotta Rage, or the winner between Micklin and Stargaze. So a lot on the line. If you do lose, you go straight to the losers bracket. So a win here going into semifinals, that would be huge and a great chance to end the day making it to the finals that will take place next week and not having to touch the losers bracket at all. So Zach, if you want to set up predictions, and we'll get game number 1 started on here. Let me read the current rosters for both teams as we set up the first game. Squidding Good looks like they're playing Porky, Orochi, Geku, and Levi. And for Jackpot,
Who is Theo?
What?
Levi is Theo. So
Theo, okay.
That's their
choice. And then on Jackpot, it looks like Leafy, Kyo, Q, and Shadowwind will be the roster. So with that knowledge in mind, guys, who are you predicting in this set?
So, well, I just saw in the chat there, I was about to mention it as well. Jackpot is actually playing with Q, so it seems like, Q is staying them for the rest of this tournament here. And who else did you mention there? You mentioned Leafy, Shadowwind, and who was the last one?
069KO.
069K. I'm not sure who that is, but but basically this definitely is going to be actually tough for Jackpot since Q is there. They aren't missing their backline player. Meanwhile, Squidding Good's still the original roster. So I actually feel like Squidding Good is going to take this set personally.
Is it? It's not Kyo, is it?
Is the K in brackets?
Yeah, it is.
Oh.
Wait, K is is it bracket K, bracket YO?
There's no bracket around the yo. It's just bracket K.
So wait.
That Kyo then.
That's Kyo. Oh, all
right. So Jackpot wins.
Well, not automatically, but they have a huge advantage here.
Well, not automatically, of course, yeah, but they do have one of the best players in the West, so yeah. This is basically Jackpot plus Keo.
All right. Well, I think I know where I'm putting my channel points. Where are you guys putting your channel points?
Yeah. Yeah. Gotta. No. People. I'm just gonna put a
I think
couple
this
in
is
there.
Zach's chance to root for the underdog again. I think they
Just gonna
really need it right now.
put 1,000 in there.
Right. I'm putting it all in, baby.
All right. Well, this is going to be pretty dang good. I don't know. I mean, Squidding good. I have seen good things out of them, so I'm not counting them out yet, just because of one player,
Of
and
course.
especially as even if a player is amazing and they're subbing in for a team, it doesn't mean automatically they're gonna have that chemistry, right? So.
Of course.
We are ready for game number 1, though. This is Jackpot versus Squidding Good. Winner advances along to the semifinals. So let's get some hype in the chat. Throw out some emotes. Predict your channel points. Let's get ready for game number 1. Take it away, IPS and Lumi.
All right, so now we're going to Splat Zone's Sturgeon Shipyard. We've already seen this map before and how it's easy to lock out here, or simply to not, lock out at all. And from both sides, we do see on the side of Jackpot, we see that Zach coming out from Shadow and Leafy on the Nautilus, Q on the Squeezer, and Keo on that Neo Splash. We on the side of Squidding Gill, we have Geku on his famous Carbon, and of course, we got a Theo on that leader for as the backline of this team, and Orochi and Porky on that Zap and Squeezer respectively. And already, Squidding Good actually getting the first control here, getting some picks down on Keo and Leafy, as Geku does go down as well. And right now, Lumi, Squidding Good getting the first control here on this map with Bubbles to right for Porky.
For sure, we see the armor and bomb coming out. That's going to give the advantage for Jackpot. You see they flipped the zone right there. Leafy's going to try to find picks and try to stay alive, but the bubbles are just being a nuisance for them right now.
A trade coming out from Leafy and Porky there, as right now Shadow and Joe try to keep this zone for Jackpot. Points ticking down, and lead is going to shift to Jackpot's side, as right now I do have Bomb Rush to the ready from Keo. And Swing is definitely going to have to find their specials as well and find a way to not go down with this Bomb Rush, or at least get outpainted by it, because the worst thing that can happen on this map is that you go for zone and a Bomb Rush outpaints you, then what are you going to do then, Armor going out, already went out for Squidding Good. Orochi here trying to make a player, is just going to go in, maybe try to pick off Q here, but going to get the trade with Q, and now it's a 2v2 situation. Pork here trying to make it his zone with the help of his bubbles, looking for that paint there. Leader is going to go down to, I believe that is Keo, who now is going to be going for the hunt on Porky. Leafy coming in to get that pick, and now it's going to be pretty much a delayed wipe on the side of Squidding Good. And right now, Jackpot is looking really, really good right now, taking down below 15.
Jackpot is cutting them all down one by one.
Yeah, and this might be the end of the game here unless Swing can just get in and get the paint they need, and unfortunately, Geku going to go down to a bomb there, and that's going to be game.
I mean, you saw Squidding Good. They were a lot more spread out that time, and that Jackpot was just picking them all off one by one. It seemed like whenever we saw someone on Squidding Good getting killed, it was 2 or 3 just swamping them.
Yeah, and we see that game actually at Q opting to go Squeezer instead of Charger. Interesting pick, of course, but might have been just something that they were going with, maybe because, usually they don't play with Keo or something like that. But, definitely good start for Jackpot. Basically locking out Squidding Good and kind of stopping like around 1 or 2 of their pushes. But, yeah.
Yeah, seems like to me Jackpot definitely has the upper hand. Squidding Good able to get control in the beginning, though, so I'm not sold that this is just going to be a 3-0 sweep, because Squidding Good definitely had some moments in that game where I feel like they had enough to show me, hey, we have the players, we have the capability to take down Jackpot if we are playing on all cylinders. So Jackpot getting that first win is pretty big, but I'm interested to hear from you, Lumi. What does Squidding Good need to do on Clan Blitz the Reef to get this back to a 1-1 series?
I mean, honestly, they need to cooperate more. They need to try and stay together, push together, get the picks together, because you saw throughout that match, it was a lot of 2v1s and 3v1s that they were losing. I mean, it's just one person on Squidding Good trying to go in and get picks, and they would just get knocked out. They have to go together, rally around each other, and support each other. That's how you play at this level. You have to play as a team and not as 4 people.
Yeah. Well, we are ready for game number 2. Thank you guys for all the follows coming in, supporting the Pro Splatoon League. Yoshi, Max, Smoky Cheese, Boomer, and P Plastic. Thank you. And Dark Splatoon and Cherry, thank you for the sub as well earlier. I think I missed that one. So up to 20 gifted subs donating to that prize pool league. Thank you so much, Cherry. And we are ready for game number 2, Jackpot taking on Squidding Good. This time we are going to Clam Blitz the Reef. So IPS and Lumi, take us away for game number 2.
Right, so Clam Blitz Reef, we saw this map last time, Micklin just getting one push and pretty much bringing it all the way down to a near KO. So we're going to be seeing maybe one of these teams able to replicate what they did on that map. And I believe same comp coming out for Jackpot. Yup, except for Shadow, we're switching to Junior. On the side of Squidding Good, we see Orochi switching to that Tri-Slosher, one of the more optimal weapons for this map. And Theo going to that Rapid Pro Deco. So double armor coming out for Squidding Good as two of them are ready to go down. And maybe looking for a pick on the right there on one of the members. That's a wipe on Squidding Good, and they're already going to make a push here as Leafy with this power gun, going to throw it in, get another clam in as well. Down right at 77. More clams going to come in probably from the rest of Jackpot here. As also Bubbles coming out for Q. Leafy going to push in with those. Going to get Porky. Right now, 2v2 situation for Jackpot Squidding Good. 1v1 situation. Shadowin probably going to try to score these clams. Not go down to Orochi, though, who's going to defend the front of that basket. And going to get the pick on Shadowin. And now Lumi already down to 62. Squidding Good stopping that push before it got really, really disastrous.
I mean, it felt like if it just went on a couple seconds longer, it could have gotten really bad. You see they got wiped just like that seconds. But right now, I mean, you see that from the side of Jackpot, they have tons of paint, and that's really enabling their players to do a lot of the work right now and get those kills. Because, I mean, the map is, before we saw that the balance went back, it was all yellow. And they have two people with LDE that just makes it worse. That's going to be the downfall of Squidding Good here. I mean, a Carbon is one of those weapons that relies on paint, so they have to start pairing or they can't do much. And as I say that, Geku getting a good pick, and they're getting the points that they take that lead. They're just trying to find more picks, and you see it just ticking down even more. Porky with the bubble, trying to find something, but they do go down.
Yeah, really good push there from Squidding Good. They were getting three, they got three down, and they were able to work from that. Gecko's getting some really good picks, getting to jump it for his teammate. Right now, Jackpot going to have to make the play to come back in here, as they're going to have to take out Richie on that flank. And now going to be a 4v3 situation. Actually, 3v3 situation is Geku coming in with this Carbon, able to get the pick on Leafy. Right now doing some really good work for Squidding Good. Nearly with 9 clams here, nearly with a power clam. Splash does go down on the side of Jackpot. And right now, Squidding Good, with this lead, with not even that much map control, are just trying to get that control, as Leafy does get pick on Orochi here. And still 11 clams at the ready for Squidding Good. They're still trying to push up. They're still trying to keep that pressure on, and that might be their downfall, as Leafy gets another pick on Porky there. And now with Leafy ready, this might be a chance for actually Jackpot to push, as Inca coming out from Leafy, looking for that pick on the person in the corner there. That jump out does happen, and now a 4v2 situation with 90 clams ready. Clam goes in, and this is going to be another push for Jackpot Lumi.
This could be a big push if they make the most of it. I mean, Leafy has been providing a lot of support right now for their team, not only as a player, but also as an anchor on that Nautilus. You see they're getting a lot of picks, and they're just helping their team to stay stable. When you see that flip, that's doing a really good job of just keeping the pressure going. But you see this 3 down on the side of Jackpot, and that's the white. That's going to get Squidding Good the comeback that they need, but they have to make the most of it all they can.
Yeah, that was a really, really good push from Jackpot there. I saw Q's bubble that were pretty much planned to help Shadowin get in there and get most of his clams, and also help him get a pick. That really helped Jackpot getting all the way down to 13, and now Squidding Good getting one clam in, but that's not going to be enough. If they don't get anything else in with this, they're not going to have gotten any points, giving another power to Jackpot, which can actually set up Jackpot to maybe end the game early with a KO if they have the chance. And, Jackpot still holding control of their basket, trying to get mid here. Keo going into mid, taking a fight, not really finding anything. No one really finding anything there in bridge. Everyone kind of just drops. Unfortunately, Porky goes down that side with those bubbles. Reach trying to push in with the try there. He's going to get a pick. Bubbles coming out from Q here, not finding anything. This might be the push, though, coming from Squidding Good, as Q is going to get backed up all the way. Power comes from Orochi, scores it in, pops armor. Clams now coming in from Squidding Good, down to 24 here. They still need more clams to want to make something happen. Geku, last one alive. It does.
Oh, that's a wide for Squidding Good. It seems to just splits back and forth. I mean, one team gets wiped, And all of a sudden, you see Jackpot, they're coming back in. You see all the paint, just that's enabling their players to apply the pressure and keep putting good back.
Yeah, of course.
The Jet coming out from Luffy, that's going to try to increase that pressure and doing a good job of making way for Jackpot.
Yeah, the Jet is going to go down, though. Now with 19 clams to the ready for Jackpot. Maybe Shadow going to try to go from the side here, but Porky knows where he is. So, though, 4v2 situation, Shadow can just move where he goes and rotate. This could actually be the game-winning push for Jackpot here to get it in. Shadow, unfortunately,
but they miss it.
And, Leafy trying to put those clams, push those
But
clams.
Kyo might save it. And
2 clams going
just
in
like
now.
that.
Only 4 clams needed, and that is a KO. Jackpot now up 2-0 against Squidding Good. Squidding Good on the back foot here. Gonna need the reverse sweep to win this set.
There's a lot more resistance to that game from Squidding Good, but still, just there was this few moments where they just weren't organized enough and they all went down, and it just gave Jackpot the moment to capitalize and get the points they needed to get that knockout.
Dang, guys. I thought that was going to be a Squidding Good win, too. I thought it was going to be the 1-1 series. They were doing pretty well. I mean, I think, Lumi, to your point, Jackpot really had control all the time. But Squidding Good got 3 opportunities, 3 scores in. But it just seemed like Jackpot had a lot bigger pushes when they did push. And I think that's definitely why they are a great team. And now up 2-0 over Squidding Good, guys. This is looking like Jackpot could sweep Squidding Good once again.
Yeah, for sure. Honestly, I was not expecting this. I really not expect for Q and especially the Kyo to be playing in this set today. But you probably were just playing themselves. Even though Q left the team, decided to finish the league at least with Jackpot. That's definitely good on them. Kyo coming in for that clutch stop probably for Legend. So. Right now, definitely a really, really strong roster for Jackpot. And, I was saying, I think earlier, just like, WLR might just easily take this. But I feel like, if Jackpot just wins this game here, sweeps Squidding Good, WLR might have a pretty big challenge on their hands against this roster of Jackpot.
Yeah, it's interesting to see Jackpot really coming out. We unfortunately didn't get to see them much in the regular season because every time they were up against another team, that was the one team that would either DQ or dropped out of the league. So it's great to see Jackpot playing so well. And, Squidding Good, of course, still not out of it. So, Lumi, this is their last chance. Backs up against the wall. They need to win 3 in a row. How do they get at least 1 here to get us started on tower control?
I mean, it's going to be really difficult. I mean, they're down 2 against some of the best players we have here in the West. It's going to be hard, but they still do have that chance. You saw they had some instances where they were resisting, but if they can rally together, they need to work. Maybe a comp change could help them, but you see, they're working with weapons that they're confident with. It's really just a matter of how are we working together and how are we utilizing our plays. They need to work on bigger pushes, not multiple smaller pushes, especially on tower control.
Yeah, well, we are ready for game number 3. Jackpot trying to move straight into those semifinals. Squidding Good trying to push us to another game, at least game 4 here. Let's see what happens on tower control Mega Mart.
All right, so tower control Mega Mart. Last time we saw here, Lau, with that really clutch triple, basically just instantly getting the lead. You know how basically this map can really change leads really, really fast. And as per usual, pretty much normal comp coming out from Squiddy Good. Orichi going to that zap, Theo on that charge. Meanwhile, for the side of Jackpot, we see their usual comp, but actually a Thunder coming out from Shadowwind, a weapon that we've been seeing kind of returning lately on modes like TC, getting that point buff. And even with that torpedo buff, it's still a pretty strong weapon. As I say that, though, it seems like first control is going to go Squiddy Good as they start their push right now. Kyo sharking on this stack, trying to make the hero play that Jackpot needs right now. Stop this push. Getting 1, maybe looking for 2 here.
Getting 2.
Maybe looking for 3 here. It's Kyo, and with the help of his teammate, gets the assist there, and Kyo there just making a really, really great play to put basically Jackpot right back on top.
I mean, you saw that was a reverse wipe. It seemed that Squidding Good did have a chance here to get a lot of points, but just like that, the other team took them all out.
Yeah, and we see
Leafy trying to find some picks here. Good Inkjet.
That's 3 down again on the side of Squiddy Good. Orichi is stuck on his own. He's going to go down as well here. He's going to lose his armor now. And this seems to be that snowball that we talk about here on Makamar TC. And right now, Squidding could definitely start on the back foot. They're going to have to try find an opening here, especially Gecko on this Garbage, who right now is just getting torpedo spam. Origi here trying to come in with Leafy down. They do get on tower. They do take out Shadow Wind. 2v4 situation for Jackpot right now. Q goes down as well, and basically Q going to opt to back out right now, I believe. And gonna actually go down in mid, and this is now the chance for Squidding Good to push back in, as they also get another pick on Leafy.
I think that instance right there, that push is where we see the discrepancy between these teams and how we have a lot of higher level players in the other team. We saw they were rotating their aggression. We saw Kyo and Q were up there first, and then Leafy just went in there to try and get more picks, and that's gonna really help them to keep the push going. That's giving them the power they need to get down to 5.
Yeah, right now Kyo on the splash is doing so much work. Even though he went down there, he just outsmarted Theo there. He didn't even push him with his gun. He just threw a couple of burst bombs and killed him that way, and that's the kind of plays that wins you games sometimes and gets you the picks, puts you in advantage. As I said that right now, Squidding Good is in a 4-2 situation. Q is going to opt to jump out, which means this might be now a push coming from Squidding Good. As right now, they are distracted though on Leafy on this side, who does get a pick. And is going to now jump out after jump through their teammate. And now, to that situation for Squidding Good, their chance of pushing just got ruined by Leafy's pick there. Make that 2. You see right now, Q now getting their pick on Q. Now, Q nearly with bubbles here at the ready. It has him ready now. 2v4 situation though for Jackpot, so maybe she might decide to save them as Leafy jumps the kill here as they're holding this left stack in. Lumi right now, it definitely seems like Squidding Good is just struggling to get out of Jackpot's control.
You see, they're really struggling. Yeah, I mean, I agree. They can get a couple of kills, but they're not accelerating into taking true control. People will be trying to find kills here with their bubbles, but they are going to go down again to Kyo's burst bomb, just causing even more trouble there. And that's going to give Jackpot another chance to push even more. But this is going to make it even harder for Squidding Good. I mean, this push might not get them the KO, but it's definitely going to waste their time.
Yeah, for sure now. And we see Leafy on this inkjet once again. Last time she popped this, it got pretty good picks. As Orichi is just going to drop from the incline. Going to really good inkjet shot there by Leafy. That's going to be now a 3-2 situation. KO might be incoming for Jackpot here to end this set. And it does. Jackpot takes down Squidding Good with a sweep. Now going on to take on WLR in the semifinals, I believe. Actually, no, sorry, is now going straight to the actual semifinals. WLR still has to play their set. My apologies for the mistake there.
All right, you guys said it. Jackpot taking this win 3-0. It was a bloody mess there. Lumi, I loved your thoughts there. It seemed like Squidding Good, they could get those picks. They could fight just as well against Jackpot, but they weren't getting the paint. They weren't getting any control. They weren't getting the tower. Even when they were getting those picks, it seemed pretty hopeless there from the start, right? As soon as Jackpot got one push going, that's really all they needed. And it seems like Jackpot, guys, is going to be moving on to the semifinals. We'll see who it is that they face there, but they are looking pretty dang good, if I don't say so myself. Whew.
I think their new roster with Kyo, that's going to be really deadly to fight against. I mean, he's one of our best players here, and that's just going to make Jackpot's roster even more menacing, and that's going to make for a really good set against a whole lot of rage.
Yeah, for sure. Like I said earlier, I did not expect for Jackpot to, have Kyo, and I didn't expect even have Q, even then, although I feel like even if they didn't have Kyo, if they had Legend, they would have still won that set, but having Kyo is definitely going to help them a lot. Is definitely going to help Leafy and Shadow to make even more plays. Because here's the thing, you find out as you play more of the game competitively and such. Even if you're not as good as a player that's a lot better than you, that player that's a lot better than you can enable you to do more things. Just because they're just smarter, they will help you do more things. You can push up with them more. You can, that kind of idea. So. Having Kyo play for Jackpot will definitely help, for example, even Shadow Wind on his support weapons, even himself to get even more picks. So this is definitely really good for Jackpot to have Kyo there right now playing today. Especially, it's going to be definitely really important against WLR.
Yeah, well, impressive win. Of course, Squidding Good going to have a chance next week in the losers bracket. Maybe they improve. Maybe they get something going, and they still have a